Hello and welcome to my channel. Weird is the new black. Here we have a pick a card reading for a karmic situation or third party situation. So if you're just checking in to see what the state of play is between your person and their karmic or their third party, this is for you. So stack 1 is the blue stone, stack 2 the green stone, stack 3 the yellow stone. So just take a moment to select and we'll get rolling. Okay, good. Hello and welcome. This is for stack number 1, the blue stone. Lovely. Okay, for those of you who chose the blue stone, let's check out your karmic situation. So, the first card that we have is the Jack of Spades, which is the Knight of Swords. There has been conflict. There's been words spoken here. An argument. A lot of words, a lot of blunt, possibly truths that have come out, but in a really insensitive fashion, in a really insensitive way. This person, this karmic, is sharp-tongued, forked-tongued. Says some really mean stuff. There might have been a lot of mean stuff said in between these people. It's quite rebellious, this card as well. It feels self-righteously correct. I am correct. So this person is immature, feels the need to be in what they perceive to be the right. That's for kick-off. So the first card, let's look. So we've got the turning point here. Right, well, this person is really poisonous. This person has got a really poisonous energetic, and I feel there's been a lot of lies, a lot of manipulation, lots and lots of strategizing and plotting and planning and manipulation, massive manipulation. But they've tied themselves in circles. Look, they're eating their own tail. They're literally eating their own shit. Yeah. Second card, splitting apart. This is dead. D-E-A-D, dead. There is no longer a connection here. They're done. Finished, over, gone, jettisoned, kaput. Kaput. Collapse, deterioration, separation, surrender, death. They're going to have to be forced to let go of this. Your person has ended this. In no uncertain terms, they've ended this. I think that they've become aware of the level of deceit and lying and plotting. Yeah, I'm just hearing plotting. This karmic has an agenda. So the third card, influence. I think that was their agenda. They wanted to influence this person. And I think that they've recently probably tried to regenerate. They've tried to return. So it says return, the start of a new cycle, regeneration. So they've come back in and said, right, let's start again. And they have just been crushed by the boulder. Your person has gone, hell no, this is done, dead, over, F off, basically. I think they may well have said that. They've been very blunt about it because your person is trying to regenerate. They're trying to start a proper new cycle by way of eliminating this person. They no longer want to be the person that they associate themselves as being while being involved with this person. It's shone a light on their life that they're not comfortable with, they're not happy with. They don't want to be anywhere near them. By proxy, they're associated with that kind of energetic, and they just don't want that anymore. They want to regenerate. They're taking like positive snake energy in terms of they're shedding a skin, like truly shedding a skin, getting rid of this. It's gone, it's finished, over, which I'm sure you're terribly sad about. Boo-hoo. Because this person, this karmic, psychic, not psychic, maybe slightly psychic. yeah, may have strong intuition actually, but used it for all the wrong means. There could have been magic done here to entrap, ensnare, bind, block your person from union with you. God, these, honestly, this person, they shouldn't be screwing with that stuff, because it's going to bite them. It's going to bite them, you know. Why don't people understand the Wiccan read? You know, if you're going to do magic, read the Wiccan read. You know, it comes back to you threefold otherwise. And this person is going to have to return to perceive their own engagement in this space, and exactly how they've managed to create such a mess of it. They are torn up. They're in their heads. They are, I can see them writhing around. This poisonous individual. This person is purely in their instinctual space. They are not in an empathetic space. They are not in an emotionally receptive space. They just want what they want. They want what they want, and what they want is courtship, mutual attraction, genuine affection, magnetism, stimulation, connecting. They may have tried everything, but there's no getting through the fact that that is over. Their influence is over with this individual, completely dead, completely kaput. They may have thought that they were going to come back in, start a new cycle. They may have plotted, they may have thought they've got it all tied up. I've got it all tied up for this to happen. And so this, I think, has been a big shock to them. And I think that, you know, in order to get rid of this energy, your person would have had to be very blunt, would have had to be very, you know, forceful, very forceful in their rejection of this individual. And I do think that that's what's happened here. They've rejected this person, like, in no uncertain terms, that this person has been rejected. The reason for this, and I really feel this very strongly with this pile, is because they want a new cycle with you. And I think that they have, that you're in separation, or that there has been a separation between you, and that you may have ended it with them because of their involvement with this person, because you're like, that is poisonous and I don't want anything to do with that. But I think that, you know, that wasn't without some element of hope that this individual, because I'm feeling the feather is like hopeful, that there would be some kind of accord, some kind of peace later on for you with them in this situation. And I think that they truly now feel genuine affection for you. They are attracted to you. They're stimulated by your connection. They may want to date you, and they want to do it properly. This is kind of like old school. This is, darling, are you available at 3? Because I have the picnic. And we shall depart in horse and carriage for the picnic. Courtship. That's why the word courtship, it's got this kind of, I'm going to do this properly, like, flavour. This is like, this is over. It's definitely over. I'm clear of it. And now I want you. And I want this situation to resolve for both of us. And so if you haven't had connection with this person, do be open. Be open. Sometimes death, or the death card in various packs, can mean like the death of an old version of an individual. So and I feel like the courtship element of this mutual attraction card is about taking things steady, taking things very slowly, doing things right in a quite a traditional manner, in a traditional way, and that feels really nice. It feels really positive. I think there's going to be a lot of I mean, look how there's so much synthesis in this card. This is definitely twinned energies, twin flame energy for me. It's got the yin yang down there. It's beautiful. There's a mirroring between you, and this person may have taken time to recognize that, and they may be taking time at the moment. They may be closing down, letting go, releasing, shedding a skin, truly releasing this past karmic, but also really wanting a regeneration. Yeah, good snake energy for them. The right kind of snake energy, not this poisonous karmic energy, which is like very intertwined and invested in itself only. Okay, I think that's all I've got for you, stack number one. Good news. And yeah, stay open-minded about this individual. Be careful with words. Try not to be involved with strong or angry or, you know, even if you feel righteously, even if you have a right, is what I'm saying, even if you feel that you have a right to say some very strong things about this situation, I'm saying don't do that. It will just result in argument and pettiness, and this is a turning point. This hasn't been easy for your person. They are going through a process of truly shedding a previous version of themselves. Okay, so that's you, stack number one. Good luck to you, and I hope it works out. Bye. Hello and welcome to stack number twos. Those who chose stack number twos, the green stone, the beautiful green stone. And I'm already picking up a message. This karmic and your person, they were living together. If that doesn't resonate with you, then one of the other stacks is probably for you and not this one. But this was a domestic setup, a domestic situation. Yeah, they live together. There's a sort of a house flavour about this. They're under the same roof kind of flavour. And what else? Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, that family setup. Thinking family, there may have been children involved in this. There may have been a reason for why that they were living together. But there was kind of a desire to have a kind of peaceful accord, a peaceful setup. Well, let's see. Okay, so the first card is the King of Wands here. King of Wands. And we've got a very passionate, a kind of let's do this kind of flavour. A sort of strong passion, a passionate energy, stepping up, stepping out, stepping into taking control of one's actions, or more responsibility and feeling about one's sort of active day-to-day existence. Yeah, kind of, this could be your person, that they could be very strong-minded, they could be very passionate, they could be very a little bit controlling as well. There's an element of like keeping control on situations with the King of Wands that can be very controlling, can be quite hot-tempered, but is, you know, genuinely very sexy, like very sexual as well a lot of the time. King of Wands, they're hot, man, really hot. Hot. Okay, so first card, treading. Conduct, proceed with caution and sensitivity. So whatever they did, like this setup was kind of set about in terms of acting responsibly. It was a decision to act responsibly and to take control of that situation, and to kind of go into this domestic setup because of a response, because it was correct. It was the right thing to do. Correct, or they thought it was the right thing to do. Second card, biting through. Rawr, dragon energy. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Now, in my experience, this card, it means like biting through to a kind of honesty. And let's see the third card before we get stuck into this properly. So the corners of the mouth here. This is about providing for others, creating balance. So yeah, I think that they went into this situation, or they're already involved in this situation, because they're trying to create balance in a domestic or family setup. Yeah, providing for others, providing for others. They maybe wanted to be, you know, take action in terms of provision, and that could again mean that there are children involved or children. Right, this is interesting. I don't think this has gone well. For, you know, like totally, this has not gone well. This karmic, and this is the card that I'm feeling for the karmic, runs their mouth. This karmic is, it's, you know, next to this dragon energy, is very nagging, constantly critical, that feels very controlling, very controlling. It feels like they have a right to talk down to your person, that they are superior, that they are the ones that have definitely the ones that has control of the space, the domestic setup, and your person, I feel, is sidelined. If this person you're inquiring about is a man, this individual has emasculated them enormously. They put them in very much in the yin energy, and this fear coming from this card as well, like the fear of doing something wrong. I feel that they've been monitored, that they've been watched, that they've been controlled, that they've, I mean, this could be a very controlling setup, and this karmic feels that they had a right to do that, that they were like, no, you will do as I tell you to do. You will do as I tell you to do. And that they were quite mean. And that they were above blame, that they were above, you know, being criticised because you're masculine. I don't think that they, you know, I don't think they particularly trusted this person, but I think that they were very, very... They were honest, potentially, with some of the words that they said, but that was very cutting. It's cutting, it's sharp. They're able to, you know, say things without even really, without knowing how insensitive they were being. With this kind of a, you know, bluntness, because they feel justified. That's I'm hearing, they feel very justified to say whatever the hell they want to say, because they see themselves in this kind of pure fashion. I'm pure and I'm beyond scrutiny. But their eyes are closed here. And I think what's gone down is that your person has just had enough, has got to a point where they're like, do you know what, I just can't take this anymore. I'm going to take decisive action. I'm going to take control back of my own existence. I can't be treading on eggshells all the time. I can't be monitored. I can't be sidelined. There's no equality. I mean, look how much bigger this face is to this individual. It's like this person took up all the space, emotionally, all the space. I mean, there's a real imbalance of power in this relationship, and it was definitely with this karmic. And it could be because there were previous deception from your person. But they also hid very turbulent emotions in this space. So this was very careful, because they didn't want to cause conflict. They didn't want to cause like an almighty force, because this person that they're dealing with clearly has the ability to like render them feeling like very diminished, diminish them. And I think this karmic truly enjoyed that. And I think that this is not the first time, like I'm feeling like this cloud is kind of a shadow that's happened in the past of this biting through card, which makes me think that this has happened. This has been happening over a longer period of time, that there was just continual diminishment, and that your person actually tried very hard not to react, not to respond, but they are naturally quite a passionate individual, and so that must have been like very difficult to deal with. There may have been a past argument, a major argument, where truth had been revealed about your person to this karmic, and which has given them a sense of self-righteous justice in this situation, whereby they're like, you know, you just have to keep taking this, you just have to keep taking this, and I've got every right to stand here and be continually mean. This is about hanging on to a past situation and feeling and using it to empower themselves. It's almost as though, you know, whatever was revealed benefited this person, or that they were kind of, you know, they took action to reveal it. They revealed the truth in no uncertain terms. They could have caught this person out doing something, and but it was kind of a setup. You know, maybe they were set up so that they could maintain or claim this power, that utilize their space to claim this power. But since this point, your person has just hit the limit and turned around and gone, do you know what, screw you, and bitten through, like, to, you know, to say to this individual, you know, I can't deal with this anymore. I can't actually deal with this. I'm just, you know, I've been as cautious, I've acted responsibly, I've tried to be sensitive, but now I'm done with all your nagging, all your bullshit. This karmic made me feel justified, but there's a lot of deception in this card for me. It's a card that always feels like the karmic doesn't want to look at themselves, like there is illusion. There's a mirror here. This karmic is deceptive. It may be very well hidden, and they may think that they are not going to get caught. And maybe they haven't like got caught yet, but there is a big deception going on in this space. And they are actually being very careful about not revealing that. Because they want what they want from this situation. They want growth, they want expansion, they want resource. They want to be provided for by your individual, definitely. I don't know where this, I think that this has been a massively forceful, like, I'm done with your behaviour from your person, and that they may have struck out and sort of kinged up and been like, no, I deserve better than this. I'm done with your self-centered behaviour. I'm taking back control of my life. And I think that, but I feel like there's an energy of suspension. There's been a big blowout, and your person may have kind of left, but they're feeling diminished. There may be a gap. There may be a gap in this situation, but I don't think it's fully resolved. For sure, I don't think that this situation is fully resolved. Things have been left, and I feel that this karmic's been left like breathless, like speechless is what I want to say. And I think maybe there is not communication happening at the moment with this person, with these two individuals. But maybe I'll pick a clarifier. Would you like that? Stack 2 clarifier. Just let's pick a clarifier on where things are at between these individuals at present, please, Spirit, at present. Oh, 10 of Swords. Well, maybe it is over, and it's been really painful. There's a lot of feeling of betrayal, backstabbed, like this could be this karmic feeling this, like that this person has betrayed them by just potentially just walking away walking away. And I think if your individual has walked away, which I think that is true for actually quite a large number of you, they've done it because they feel like they need to provide nourishment and health for themselves, and that they were feeling very, very, there was no well-being in this space. There was no balance. They didn't feel nurtured, and they've probably gone off to nurture themselves, mind, body, spirit, nurturance. And I don't know, you know, where they've gone to do that, but this is kind of game over. They need to heal. That's what I'm feeling, that they need to heal from the impact of this situation, because they do have responsibility here, but they just couldn't handle it. So they may have to rebalance their sense of responsibility. If there are children involved, they might feel responsible still for those children, and therefore they need to kind of, you know, rebalance. But at the moment they don't want to think about it, they don't want to talk about it, and they don't want to even look at it, because they just need time to feel less horrendous, because this card feels horrendous. It's a real fragmentation of something that they previously thought maybe that was home, a home space, or somewhere that they were safe or secure, or that was going to be peaceful, and it's just shattered, it's fallen apart. So if this is your person, give them some space, give them some time. Do not put any pressure on them to act at this moment, because this card takes time to recover from, and it definitely does. And this has been like viciously, they've had a massive blowout, massive. It's been vicious. So yeah, that's you, stack number 2. So just give it a bit of time. You focus on taking control of yourself, on, yes, being centered in the self, being passionate about what you want to do. Don't let this kind of hold you back. Just keep going with your own creative endeavors. All right. So yeah, hope that worked, and see you soon. Bye. Hello, stack number 3. This is for you. This is for you that chose the yellow stone. Got a lovely chunk of citrine here. I'm feeling from this stone that actually, whatever this situation is, your person is trying to remain positive, or trying to see things positively. And that's what I'm picking up from that. So let's get stuck in. So the first card is the 6 of Swords. So there's been a departure from this space. Your person, I think, has relocated, has left. There is a sense of loss, but there's also a sense of, you know, getting away to get clarity, and to kind of, yeah, escape potentially this situation. It's sad, but they need to move on. So that might be good news for some of you. They need to move on from this karmic situation. So the first card is companionship. Interesting. Second card is deliverance. Yeah, I really feel like this is your person feeling that they've been delivered, you know, from this situation. They're quite relieved to be moving away from this. And the third card, small is beautiful. Find the extraordinary in the ordinary, keep it simple, use discretion, slow down. Okay. This karmic may have a close friend or a family member, or some kind of ally in this situation, with regards to your person. It may be just like that they've lent on other people, or that they are definitely impacted very strongly by either one other person, like a friend, or friend or family member, somebody that they are definitely in allegiance with, definitely unified in their approach and their opinion of your person. So there's kind of like, you know, there's 2 of us and 1 of you kind of feeling going on in this. There's quite a lot going on in this particular layout. It might be that your person, this karmic, knows that they're a part of a two-party situation, and that they felt that your person should choose them as a primary individual. I'm picking up that this person has that there's kind of an uneasy truce between you, your person and this karmic, sort of under the guise of potentially of friendship, of sort of mutual respect, shared goals, a sort of an agreement. They've come to an accord about this, your person departing. So I'm not feeling like there is turbulence about that. I'm picking up sort of tower energy from lightning. I think your person had a tower moment, and that was very emotional for them. I'm seeing the rain as tears. There's a lot of tears. There's passion here too, but it's all dried up. This is like desert landscape. This is all dried up for your person. There's nothing here. They want things to grow in the right way, and they may want like a cooperation or a companionship, or because there's very much friend space. This karmic's been friend zoned. They're definitely feeling more that this is a friend space rather than a relationship space. It may be though that there was like strong connectedness between these people, and they worked together. You know, they had a lot of shared goals, they had a lot of shared visions, that there was an accord between them, that they got on really well. And I'm picking up also that there may have been past life situations here. That this may be like a kinship, like possible like soul family issue. Like there's a soulmate flavour around this card, but it's more in the friendship space. It's more that if this relationship may have been a confused soul friend space where they were involved, but I don't feel like that. I think sexuality might have been a problem. I don't think that there was real passion. It's too that there's too much similarity of. It was too close for comfort. I want to say that as well. There's a codependency here, like super codependency, like we are the Borg, like everything having to be done together, everything being agreed upon. I mean, that is just tiresome. And I think that your person has felt the need to kind of break away from that codependency so that they could just be on their own for a while. And they're pretty happy, not happy. This tower moment has been a revelationary space for them, and a lot of emotion has come out, but they've seen the light. They have seen the power of passionate spaces, or the power of their passion for you potentially here as well. That has been, it could have happened quite suddenly that you met this person, and they may well have been involved with this individual already, and then that could have really broken this space apart, and they found themselves very confused, very out in the cold, very feeling. But there's a relief about that too. There's relief about it, you know, the breakthrough. There could have been a definite period of like turbulence with your person where they were trying to work out their emotional context when it came to this individual, when it came to this karmic. You know, where did they fit? They didn't want to lose this person because there is that strong bond. There's a strong bond with this individual, and they may have felt very, you know, torn up, and there may be a lot of tears, or a lot of emotion, or a lot of but that emotion kind of had to come out, it had to, you know, pour down on them. Oh, I'm kind of hearing a song. I'll see if it comes to me. Rain down on me now, rain down. on me now. I wish it would rain, rain on me. Okay, I don't know what that song is. I'll try and find the link and put it below. But it was like, oh, I think it's Genesis. Anyway, I'll find it. I'll find it and put it below. And I feel it's got relevance to this particular space. So self-persecution might have been an issue that they wanted to kind of, you know, persecute themselves because of the way that they felt passionately about you. And guilt. There's guilt as well here. This karmic does not trust this individual. There may be a sort of bond, but there's also this karmic and this karmic's friend or relation or whatever both think that this individual is sly, and they both feel that this was orchestrated by this person, possibly because your person likes drama and attention. They may feel that this person's attempt to create a better union or create a better friendship was based on the fact that they were out in the cold, that they were escaping another situation, that there was another crisis that they were running from, which is why they were deeply suspicious. There's a deep suspicion of this person's agenda and motivations, your person's agenda and their motivations. I feel like this karmic feels like they deserve reprisal. I feel like almost like your person should watch out, because there's a strategy that they might think that it's all hunky-dory, that they've been delivered, that they found a solution, that they've got an accord, but this karmic does not want to see this person, your person, happy, because they feel that because of what they've been put through and how much support they've had to lean on other people for support, that frankly your person deserves to stay out in the cold, to be punished. Definitely a feeling of they want to punish this person. They definitely, there's something kind of underhand about this. It's like they're keeping a close eye on this individual. They're really resentful, really, really resentful. There's a deep underlying bitterness about this card. They may be playing it nice, but that is not how they feel. That is not how they feel about your person. They want thunder and lightning to strike them down. They want them to hurt because they've hurt. So they want them to hurt. They're still so codependent. They still haven't released your person. They just haven't. Small is beautiful. I feel like your person is kind of, sorry, is this way around? Is it this way around? No. That your person is still in an emotional space from having departed this, that they're, you know, and that it's going to take a bit of time for this individual to kind of get past the safe zone. This is a transformational space, and they will move towards this, but at the moment there's so much emotion and turbulence and realization about this connection happening that they're not at the point yet where they could be with you. Not fully. They need to, they're nearly there, and there is really like good stuff ahead potentially. I do think there's good stuff ahead. There is a transformation. They're going from a very turbulent space to one of much more peace where they're tending to details in their life. They're keeping things very simple. They're definitely not together, that's my feeling. They may be in communication with one another, though. I think that they may be in communication. Your person still wants to make things right, but there's a lot of clouds here. They're very confused about how to kind of maintain this very strong soul bond and come into accord with you. And their focus is definitely on the soul bond that they've had with this individual, and it's no small thing. This is no small thing. Spirit says this is many lifetimes, many lifetimes of when they were possibly both the same gender and very close friends, which is why there's no kind of flavour of sexuality in this space for me between this person and this karmic. I don't think that they're physically engaged. I don't think they have been for some time. I feel, you know, the more that they keep things very simple, they're having to be, you know, go quite slowly. They've had a moment of revelation. This is, you know, they're liberated from obstruction, it says. They're quite happy that, you know, this is rain falling on the desert. So they are being replenished at this point. They're replenishing themselves. This situation, they're sort of comfortable that it's a friendship space. And like I say, they're being positive. They're trying to be positive about where things are at. And they feel like they found a solution and that it's come to quite a good space with this person. But I don't trust this karmic. I think this karmic has another agenda, and I'm going to have to pull a clarifier here because I think it's really sly. I think that it's kind of, they want reprisal. They really do not wish your person well. So even if your person thinks that, oh great, we're now great friends, it's not true. It's not true. Pay attention in this card is really standing out to me. This person, this karmic wants to make damn sure that they cannot ever reach the other side of this line. They want to transform this person's movement away from them to one in which I'm seeing this butterfly burning up. They want to burn any chance that this person has of future happiness potentially with you, because they may know that they've been involved in third-party situation. You may be that third party, or it may be that this individual constantly places them in a third-party situation, and they just feel that they do not deserve to be happy. If your person transforms and is transforming, though, that will transform the energy of this space. So this karmic may not accomplish the destruction of that transformation. What do they intend to do? What do they intend to do? Ooh. Ace of Swords. I think they intend to cut this person off. Yeah, maybe they're not planning on doing anything, but they just don't feel... I think they think that your person is lying, dishonest, deceitful, avoiding, that they feel that it's only right that they should just end it with this individual, and maybe that's their line in the sand where they're like, there's no transforming this space with me any longer because you're already out in the cold. You know, good luck on your own. I've got people in my life that have my back. You don't have my back. I don't trust you. You're really sly. They're going to cut through. They might just be building up to being honest. And I think actually that is part of their way of breaking their own codependency on this situation, which is very healthy, that they sever, that they cut away. Yeah, they're cutting the commitment. They're cutting the commitment. They may have been married. and they don't want to be married anymore. So this may be a divorce, but it's very clean cut for this karmic. It's like, no, see you later, goodbye. And it's possibly because this person, you know, was not committed to their space. It just wasn't. This person could be an air sign or could be a Taurus. But yeah, they're just not having that anymore. They actually just want, they don't want anything. They just want companionship. They just want friendship. They just want to be in a friendship space, be supported by their community, share their goals with other people. They're done with this person, and they, you know, have been very honest that they want that game over. There may be a splitting up of resource here, and they may be very keen to get the lion's share of the resource, and this person can have a little bit maybe, but this person, your person, may, you know, feel like they deserve more, but it's not. This, I'm feeling that this line was, you know, took a lot. It's not quite there yet. They're not quite there, but any ability to go back into this space for your person is going to be severed. It's going to be game over. Game over. They said what they need to say about this individual's lack of commitment, the fact that they want to break the commitment, the fact that they know that there are other parties. So yeah, your person is that sort of out on their own at the moment. They might, I don't think like they're in your space yet either. They haven't transformed enough to come into your space, but they're working on it. They're working on it. There is a sense of exhilaration. They do feel exhilarated about moving towards you, but there is strong emotional content that needs to be worked through. I'm hearing it again. I wish it would rain down, rain on me. I'm going to have to find that link, and I will find out what song that is, and I will post it anyway. And I recommend that stack yellow stone citrine. Stay positive. That's my message to you, and give it time. All right then, thanks, goodbye.